Yakovenko, lords, ladies, and distinguished guests, it's a great pleasure to be here to celebrate Russia's National Day in London, and indeed on the same day that we are celebrating our National Day in Russia. The Russian National Day here is always a very big event in our diplomatic calendar in London, but this year, 2013 in particular, we have much to celebrate in the relationship between the UK and Russia. There is at the moment an intensity of contact between our political leaders and officials, and perhaps more importantly between our people, our businessmen, our tourists, our students, artists and sportsmen, than we've seen for several years. And to some extent, we've been lucky that the stars of the international agenda have aligned. So we have the Olympic link, London to Sochi, where we're working very closely together to share the secrets of our success, to try and help make sure that Russia's Winter Olympics is equally successful. And we have the G8, G20 cycle, which brings us together again in a particularly dynamic and intense way. But underneath this international calendar, there is a clear recognition that our two countries have a place in the world and a role in the world that means that we need to work together. And all this means a lot of work for diplomats, and thank you, Ambassador, for the very close cooperation which the Foreign Office enjoys with your embassy. And thank you too for what you were saying earlier about the efforts you make to engage with the whole of the United Kingdom, England, Wales, Scotland, and many, many visits to Northern Ireland this year. I'd like to see our embassy in Russia getting to all parts of Russia. Frankly, that is a much bigger challenge, and I'm not sure we'll always manage to keep up with that. The Ambassador mentioned a few of the highlights of our political engagement. Let me just touch on a couple. When President Putin came to the Olympics last year, we had the Judo Summit. And I think future students are going to scratch their heads and wonder what kind of combat took place at that summit. But then we have the Judo Summit. When our Prime Minister went to Sochi, people have started talking about the Ice Hockey Summit. However, when our Foreign and Defence Ministers met in March, it was a Scotch Whisky Summit, which tells us something about the interests of our leaders. But these exchanges are going on across the board. The Lord Mayor of London has just been in Moscow. And next week, your Deputy Prime Minister, Dvorkovich, will come to London to talk about energy issues, which matter enormously to both of us. Trade and investment between our two countries is increasing rapidly, and as the Ambassador said, it's great that we now have EasyJet flying to Moscow, so I encourage you all to enjoy the delights of travel on that airline. And we're working already on the future, and next year in particular, 2014 will be another big year in the relationship between the UK and Russia, with the UK-Russia cross-year of culture, a year of Russia here and a year of the UK in Russia in culture, education, science, space exploration and sport. And that will be an opportunity to remind each other of our extraordinary cultural heritages and to share the creative talents of the future of our younger people. And it will also be in 2014 an opportunity for us both to reflect on our memories and our national memories of 1914. And just as a taster of what might be in store in 2014, I encourage and recommend everyone to go to the exhibition Horton Hall Revisited, where you can see the art collection of Sir Robert Walpole, the first British Prime Minister, which was sold in the course of time to Catherine the Great, and is now being brought back to be hung in its original location for everyone to enjoy. So there's a lot to do, a lot to celebrate, and I know that I speak on behalf of others in the Foreign Office and of our ministers when I say it's a very good time to be working on UK-Russia relations, and we look forward to another year of ambition and achievement, and I second your toast to UK-Russia relations.
Thank you.